What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary top of the week reaction video. Let's go, man.
You played in both eras. How many points do you think Jordan would literally average per game?
Today?
Today.
Phew. More than James Harden.
James Harden had a season he averaged 36.
More than that.
James Harden is whack, in my opinion. It's not my player. I don't know.
For sure.
Really?
For sure. And I was at the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I was in the LeBron, Kobe,
Yeah.
Duncan, and I was at the tail end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I played with these guys.
Right.
I've seen all the three-point balls go
Right.
up. They can't. Jordan, no way. Jordan would average 50.
You believe Jordan would average 50?
If he wanted to.
Right.
Like James Harden wants to average 50. He just can't.
Right.
He got 38.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
If Jordan wants to average 50, if he was playing his era, I think he averages 50.
50. I'll say a little bit more of a 50. Basically, let's put it like this. Michael Jordan got more leg room to average what he wants to average because at the end of the day, he put in more work than James Harden. Let's be real. James Harden wants to average something, but have he put in the work to really average something? And it seems like over time and over the years, James Harden just seemed to be able to just be, he's just getting more heavier, you know what I'm saying? He's just getting more, I don't know.
No disrespect to any of the guys
Current players.
that's killing, like
Right.
KD, you know.
Yeah, all those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, not all
the guys, Steph and LeBron and all those
no
guys. Yeah.
disrespect to those guys.
I said between 45 and 50 because it reminded me so much of how Wilt Chamberlain seemed to be just dropped in a different era when he was averaging 50 and 25. That's what Michael Jordan represented for the era he came in. Think about it. He was MVP of the league while teams were still flying commercial. Okay? The rigor.
MVP of the league while teams were still flying commercial. Yeah, I mean, but he was more It depends. I feel like it just comes down to how hungry you are. Like, look at Larry Bird, man.
Isn't the same. The physicality in today's game isn't the same. And one of the things that you didn't acknowledge, all NBA defense, he will be getting steals. He will be getting out in transition, catching lobs, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and also getting to the free throw line. In the NBA Finals in the early 90s, he scored 63 in the 80s versus the great Boston Celtics. And yes, there are a handful of great defensive teams in today's game. The Bucks, both teams in LA, the Toronto.
Man, he had to score that 63 against the great late Boston Celtics because at the end of the day, he had no choice but to carry because Larry Bird was putting that fire on him where he had to, or that pressure on him to make sure he stayed on his P's and Q's. So he had to do something, but he tried to win. And he won, but he ain't won that many games with Larry Bird. I'll tell you that right now. So late great Boston Celtics all you want. Because Michael Jordan even said himself when Larry Bird retired that he great because a lot of them games he messed up for him to have the chance, the opportunity to take the chance and the opportunity to be shining as much as he did after Larry Bird left. But Larry Bird was still in the league and he was still going. Michael Jordan know himself that many of those accolades that he has after he left, he wouldn't have had if Larry Bird stayed.
Raptors. But you know what else it is, Greeny? A lot of bottom feeders. So say against the great teams, he would average 40, no doubt. Against the bad teams, the lottery teams, he would definitely average 50 against those squads. So that's how I got to the number, and I see how you got there as well.
So 1 is the best, 5 is subpar, all right? Not so good. So you get a chance to rank 1 through 5. Psychologically, how do you rank Michael Jordan?
The scale of 1 to 5?
1 to 5. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst.
1.
1. Ball handling.
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a 1.
Ender.
1.
Mid-range jumper.
1.
0.
Yeah, even 0. Yeah, I better off saying 0 because his mid-range jumper with the fadeaway is lethal.
That ain't 1.
Oh.
Like I said, he was a pure shooter. Like, I don't think anybody in the league at that point was shooting the ball better than him. He was shooting 50+% from the field at the guard position, shooting all J's. Like, you have to be a pure shooter. And everything was touching bottoms. Like, yeah, 1, 0. You go 0 with that one.
What do you think Jordan will average? Where do you think he would fit in?
I mean, he can adapt his game to anything. He would fit in as the best player in the league. Like, that's what he would be. And, you know, I feel like he'll have more possessions to do more things, but there's also more athleticism in this game, and there's more length in this game. But
Yeah, it is more length and a lot of more people shooting up threes. You know.
it's also more space for MJ to go to work. So I mean, we'll never know, but for sure, I mean, he's a masterful basketball player. Like we've been saying, his skill level is unmatched. So of course he'll do numbers in this league today.
How many points do you think Jordan could average in today's NBA?
What's the most he ever averaged? 37?
37-1.
All right, so 40 easy. 40 easy.
Yeah, of course that's easy. That's right there.
40 easy. Yeah, 40 easy. Like 40 is easy. 40 would be easy for Black Jesus.
Because Harden, I think
Easy.
Harden a couple of years ago averaged 36.
Right.
So you figure Jordan could average 40 with no problem. I'm gonna ask both of you guys.
And you add to that when he averaged 37, he was doing it with twos. It wasn't even no
What?
three. They weren't shooting 3-pointers like how they shoot now.
Yeah, not now. Now they just want to chuck up threes and have 3-point shootouts any chance they get, like they in the NBA All-Star Weekend.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause just imagine if Michael decided to shoot 6-7 threes a game like they do now. Like 40 would have been easy.
No, his numbers would definitely be inflated. If you thought James Harden got to the line a lot, Jordan would average 20 free throws probably every night. You got to understand, he would evolve into this era. You know, the Jordan that we saw young, athletic, get to the basket based on, what we've seen in this era, you would see a Jordan probably shooting more threes too. So he would definitely evolve. He averaging 35 at one point. I can see him really pushing that to 40.
To be honest, I think now, if Jordan was to really drive down the court and posterize somebody, I think everybody move out their way like they do LeBron. Everybody move out the way.
I don't know about 50, 60, but mid-40s, I can see that possibly happening.
I don't know if he'll shoot 75% from the field, but Paul, for his career, I think he averaged 8.8 free throw attempts per game. So that's at least gonna double. That's 20
16
per game in today's age. And also, I mean, pace and space. Think about how physical the game was back then. You pretty much get put on your back every time you went to the bucket. Now all of a sudden somebody blows on your wrist or hits your hand, that's a foul.
That's a foul. Yeah, so my man will have easy 16, 20 free throws.
Even though he would have taken more threes if he lived in today's age, still his mid-range game was on point. His skill level, he still will be considered one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled in the league today.
Yeah.
I don't know 75%, but he'll be averaging in the 40s for sure.
What both of you guys are saying is right. The pace has increased. The three-point shot has increased. Players up front have gotten smaller. So now driving to the basket, he gonna be dunking on everybody.
Exactly. Posterizing game gonna be crazy. He's gonna be in so many highlights. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Just think about that. KD is like a 4 in today's game. So now and then here's the other thing. If Harden can average 36, 37 right now, James Harden is averaging that right now. He's getting none of those points off his defense.
That is true. None of those points is coming from his defense. Got to give it to him with that one.
Jordan gonna be getting steals. He gonna be getting blocks. He gonna be out on fast break. I say about 40. We would be having a conversation. Can somebody average 50 besides Will? He'll be 47, 48.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe.
I say
You put Michael Jordan on the floor today with the way the game.
I say the high 50s, low 40s. How about that?
Officiated with what the league has gone for, with the amount of space, with the lack of physical contact on ball handlers, on guys finishing at the rim, there is absolutely no question in my mind that Michael Jordan would lead the league in scoring every single year, and he probably would be somewhere around 40 a night because the one thing you perimeter, nobody's coming to lay you out. They're worried about the instant replays, ejections, flagrant twos. None of that stuff existed. So to put him in a court today with as competitive as he was, as tough as he was, as skilled, as quick, there's no doubt in my mind Michael Jordan would lead the league in scoring.
In today's game, the rules as they are, How would Jordan do, and how many points do you believe he would average?
I don't think anybody's averaging 60 or 70.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, those days are over with.
Nobody's going to get Wilt's 50 a game, huh?
Not 50 a game. No, that's not
Nah, not 50 a game, brother.
happen. But I will say this: Michael Jordan would average whatever he want to average.
You believe he can get 40 a night?
I
Yeah,
said that. I believe Michael Jordan has the ability to add whatever he put his mind to, he'll average it.
I mean, yeah. If yeah, there's no question about it.
40 a night,
Yeah,
Mark.
there's
40.
yeah.
How you going to get 40? If you go to
I'm not here to break it down and decipher it. I'm telling you as a witness, I'm testifying on behalf of Michael Jeffrey Jordan that he would average 40 a night. If we see guys averaging 30
right.
and 35, with all due respect, that don't have the arsenal that he has offensively.
Well, you know you have to add that 3 ball. You got to add the 3 ball to get to 40. Because you look at the guys, Harden was the last guy. I think Harden averaged, what, 36? And that step back 3, he put that in. Obviously, the free throw, Jordan went to the free throw line a lot. He didn't go as much as Harden. But I don't know how you get to 40 without that 3 ball.
Well, Jordan's going to go to the free throw line more than he did.
Yeah, of course. Man, he'll probably get so many and ones they'll add as a 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real here.
Back then, because we were able to beat him up,
Right.
and it was ignored to a
Right.
certain extent.
Okay.
So, and he added the 3 ball in his career. We watched him
Yeah.
against the Blazers knock down 3. That wasn't his specialty.
Right.
But it wasn't like he was a liability shooting the basketball. Michael Jordan would average whatever he wanted to average.
What about these other guys who are playing
No,
in today's
Jordan would have averaged 45, 50.
in today's
The
game?
point I was making is you allow great shooters freedom to roam, freedom with no hand check.
Yeah, if you give them great freedom and then no hand check, man, they're going to throw up whatever. They're going to make whatever they toss up.
You can't crowd me, and I got a clear sight at the rim, then it's going to be lights out, baby.
Comment down below, family. I wonder, would the game ever go back to how it was played? I'm not saying they'll fully go back, but as far as physicality, things being more physical, do y'all think it will go back to how it was played back then in Jordan era and Larry Bird era? You know, I know in the playoffs, they sort of allow it to be a little bit more physical in the NBA today, but will it ever get back to that? And then, yeah, of course, they'll have the new fouls, the flagrant fouls and so forth still be incorporated, but will it be less soft? Will we ever get back to that in a way? Comment down below.
It's so hard to play defense in today's game because they allow the offense to go wherever they want.
Okay, but if Jordan's averaging, I mean, be honest here. If Jordan in his prime, Jordan in the early 90s, is
In
averaging
today's rules.
Yeah, today's rules is averaging 40.
He would average 40. I
Okay.
think he would average 40.
Okay, but didn't he average 39 one year or 37.1? So Kobe's going to average 40.
Kobe would be up there. Kobe would be up there as well.
If Michael played today,
Yeah.
he'd probably average almost 50 a game. I mean, he really would, because you wouldn't be able to touch him on the perimeter, so he'd be shooting a ton of free throws.
Yeah, so when everybody does this like Michael LeBron comparison, it's like you almost can't. It's not the same game
It's
that they're
not the
playing.
same game. You're right. It's not. It's not the same game. I would have loved to see LeBron
Back
play during in the 90s.
That will be an interesting game, boy.
The hand check. And Michael, if Michael played in this era, he'll average 50.
Now, you're hearing it from Dennis Rodman himself.
Average 50.
Now, that man going to tell the truth and tell it how it is, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Give this video a big thumbs up. It helps crush that YouTube algorithm. It's totally free. Comment down below any legendary top of the movie reaction videos you guys want to see. And remember, family, spread that peace, love, and positivity, and let the love supersede the hate. On that note, family, I'm going to leave out with a legendary peace, man.